the mesas, the valley, the colors that are just so vibrant here. I don't see this in Indiana. This is another world.
On this program, we go into ancestral homelands and talk with people that live there. The Hopi, who are the only tribe that were never conquered. And then the Navajo, who are farmers and hunters. And then finally, the ancient Puebloans, who built a huge set of dwellings in Chaco Canyon. These are really distinct peoples.
Hopi has always believed that all the ceremonies that were passed on from our ancestors to us were for the good of everything around us. What I love about Rhodes Scholar is it's my chance to bring awareness of who we are as Hopi people. If participants really want to get something from a native perspective, this is the trips they need to be on. When we're up on Hopi, we visited First Mesa Walpio, one of the oldest living villages that's continually inhabited. Then we move on into Navajo lands, Canyon de Chelly, Window Rock.
The guides are all local Navajo. They're going up into a sacred site, stopping multiple places and explaining what they're seeing.
When we're up on Chaco Canyon, I'm retracing our family history, our tribal history, and I touch those walls. It's almost like you're feeling the ancestors' handprints. So when I take participants there, I am sharing something that is very intimate.
Most people get a look from above, but hardly anybody gets to go up the bottom. Down in Chaco Canyon, it's a whole different perspective. That's a real privilege.
The relationship that Rhodes Scholar has built up with the native people here have made them very willing to share. Thank goodness for that relationship, else we would never gone to that lady's house and had a lunch. We might have drove right by her house, but now we got a chance to go in.
There's a more personal touch to it. It's not, let's go see this, we're done, let's go. It includes acknowledgement of the people that are doing it and why they're doing it.
Because I am an artist, I teach Rhodes Scholar about native art.
I have enjoyed the art demonstrations, the amount of time, like the weavers to gather their own dyes. It's just amazing.
The pottery demonstration is wonderful. Dorothy Ami has such a great sense of humor. She explains how Hopi pottery is made, fired, and decorated.
We can't go to some of these places unless we have a local guide. We're not doing the normal route that some people do. We actually are out there in the backcountry. It's a little bit of a challenge to get there because we have to drive long distances on not paved roads.
This is a moderately active program. There's always the option to not take the full walk, which are, for the most part, across undulating terrain. Because we're in a really remote area, you're going into a food desert. We send ahead the dietary restrictions of all of the participants in the program. It's not always possible, but we do our best to meet it.
I think people forget about the rough desert climate once they really get into experiencing these places.
And it was amazing to learn about the natural resources and think about this culture that's lived here all along and what they're about. They believe in harmonizing with the natural environment here, and they live within what's here for them. That was just awe-inspiring for me. Part of learning about the land and the environment, you learn people too. When you talk to people, that's where you understand culture. I enjoy meeting new people, having time to share about my life and they share about theirs. I found it to be wonderful.
I've made friends with a lot of Rhodes Scholars that come back and visit us again.
I would like people to go away from this program with a great appreciation for the diversity of this part of the Southwest, for Native Americans, for the traditions, and how the cultures and the environments have interacted together over the last 2,000 years.